Welcome everyone to my first ever video in some sense. This is a tutorial series based on how I make my maps in Blender. This is including making the maps, exporting them, bringing them into Unity, getting them to be test ridden, and then tutorial as in texture, terrain, adding all that information you need in a map for Descenders. This is going to be over a few weeks. Please be patient with me, and yeah, let's get straight into it. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and download Blender and download Unity 2017.4.9. I will have them in the description. We won't be worrying about Unity this episode, but next video we will unwrap how Unity works, what you need for it, and how to get those maps working. So download Blender, and then I will meet you on Blender. You should start off with this. What you want to do is you want to right click and delete, or X, or just the delete button on your keyboard. You're then going to press Shift A to open up this tab here. You want to go to Meshes and add a plane. We start off with a plane. You want to go down over to your right. We've got some different, we've got a modifier, particles, all that will be used later, but you want to go to the modifiers tab, add a modifier, generate, and you want to go subdivision surface. You want to open that up and it will look like this. Change the viewpoint to what you think is comfortable. I always start with 4, that's my baseline, and then you're going to right click on it in edit mode, right click, and you're going to press subdivide. All that's going to do is going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points, and this is going to be the start. You want to highlight the whole thing, press S, and scale up. You want to start about 2 blocks each way. That's a good beginning. And now you have your guys a simple plane. So the process now is you want to select one side. We'll start this side. So this is important, only the side that you want to extrude out, which is how you make. You want to press E. As you can see, now I'm extruding out. If you hold down X, it will align with the X value, which is the red one. Same thing on the right, on this side. Extrude and go on Y, it will extrude on the Y side. So you don't have to worry about that now. So what we'll do is we'll go out a bit. So now we've got the simple plane. Now you want to highlight that up on the top, up on the left. You want to go move, and you just want to adjust down. Adjust down to what you think might work. Press E again, X, and go down again. So now we're just making a bit of a ramp. I'm not sure exactly sizing. Press X again, extrude, bring it down, make it smooth, and then finish it off. So there's a little ramp down. Pretty simple, just the start of it. This is the basics. Now to make a jump, we're going to go E, X, gives ourselves a bit of space here. We'll press X again, go out. Now this is where we start making the jump. You want to grab that and you just want to angle up. Adjust it to what you think might work. And then what you want to do is you want to grab this bottom section here. Depending on how steep you want to make those jumps, if you want to make it a nice lobby, long jump, doesn't have to be super steep, but you can adjust dependent. So now you've kind of got the basics start of your idea of a ramp. And then what you want to do is you want to press E again, go out ever so slightly. You can see it's just so ever slightly. What that's going to do is going to give you a bit of a harsh end. Press X again and make the top of the jump. So as you can see, I've kind of got this lip going. Do the same again. Extrude, and then you want to go down. And you've made yourself a takeoff. Now with the landing, it's very similar. Level it out. Extrude, up, and let's say we'll make the landing here. You make a bit, you go up, extrude, little line, the case pad, another little line, and then you want to go down. Now we just more or less want a rough idea. And then with this, depending if you're making dirt jumps, you can add the steepness so you have to land really steep, or you can make it a lot more lobby, just like spread that out a bit, drop that down a bit. You can make it a lot more mellow of a landing. That's the basics of making your first jump. If you want to add in, to make it more realistic, you want to highlight, so just click and highlight just that top section. You want to press S and then drag it in. That's going to give it this point, nothing crazy. And then you want to get under here. If you press Z and go to wireframe, you can see all underneath. Make sure you've got those three selected, and then go back to solid, S, and bring it out. And then you can bring the bottom of this out, same thing. And now you have a decent looking takeoff. You can obviously make it bigger. I haven't tested this, so I'm not sure about sizing. And that's where test playing does come in hand, which will be in another video. But same with the takeoff, make it a bit wider. You can adjust these ones down here, which would be these ones here. Make that wide. Make this landing, get the wireframe. Make this landing wide. Back to solid. And highlight that, press E and extrude. So now you've got a very, very simple looking jump. A little rolling, takeoff, and landing. So this is the basics of making a map, making dirt jumps in Blender. The reason we use Blender is it's a lot easier to more or less get sharper angles and add different, more or less technical features that doing in Unity would almost be impossible doing. So let's say you've done that, you've made your track, and there'll be a lot more smaller tutorials based on how to export berms, different sizings, all that kind of stuff. But the main thing is this. Then you want to press that, press left click to choose a node, press A, and it will highlight everything. You want to make sure everything is highlighted. Then up here you have UV editing. You want to press UV editing, you'll show up with this page. Right here, this is normal. You want to go up here, UV, and then you want to go unwrap angle based. And now your little UV box should look like this. Press it, A, to highlight all of it. And what that has done is it means when you go to export your FBX file to Unity to put it in the game, when you add textures, the textures will come out smooth and looking good depending on what textures you're wanting. Well, thank you for watching, guys. This was a part one of multiple parts to come towards making a map and helping you guys discover how you can. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you guys have watched, let me know if there's anything you want to see me do, if there's any gameplay, or if it's more map building, or if it's anything in particular. Write down a comment and I'm more than happy to have a look for you guys. Thank you guys.